important thing, especially with the big game coming up. You know, try to loosen up and relieve yourself of the pressure and the magnitude of this game.
Easy to be completely anxious, knowing that you're going to need to perform at the extremely high level in front of your home crowd.
And the coach also plays a huge role in giving his players confidence.
No flag.
Offside.
Eventually it went up. It took some time for the assistant referee to raise the offside flag. Ergashev Jahongir just going a little too early.
Tajikistan has penetrated this left side a couple of times already.
There he is. Difficult to see from that angle, but looked like he was just slightly ahead. And it's that side of Simone Rota that they're looking to exploit.
Well, the Philippines has yet to settle in this match, Jing.
Ingresso looking for the quick ball to Ramsey. Forced wide. Under pressure immediately. They'll win a throw in.
They need to have that spell of possession, really to, you know, get some confidence in, settling into the match slowly but surely. Because right now it's been a struggle. Just keeping hold of possession with Tajikistan really pressing.
But we have to give credit to Tajikistan also for not allowing space, especially on our midfielders, Mike Ott, Ingresso, and Manny Ott.
First corner kick for the Philippines. Phil Young husband to deliver. Five white shirts inside the box. Header by Kari Dimurga, just wide. What a chance.
Very good set piece play. For sure they picked it up during the training sessions. And that was the right choice to neutralize the height advantage of Tajikistan playing the ball in the near post.
Well, the near post stuff. I saw this actually on training a couple of days ago. Unfortunately for the Aztecas, nobody was there in the far post to complete that play.
Looking for Bahadoran.
Usually the tendency for the big, tall players is they go in the middle.
Yes, that's true, or the far post.
Villanueva under pressure, takes the safety first approach.
Well, Jalilov was there lurking, and if Dennis played the back pass to Neil, would have been a difficult scenario for the Aztecas.
Corner kick coming here for Tajikistan. The Philippines guilty of conceding on a few set pieces during these Asian Cup qualifiers. Always an anxious moment. Deep delivery, makes the connection.
Huge advantage for Tajikistan. Twice they have connected on those crosses or corners. So we have to do a better job in man marking, putting our body out there because they have the height advantage.
He looks completely on his own there,
well,
unmarked.
I think the Aztecas were lucky there. Number 10 was unmarked. That Jahongir.
Dimurga tracking back. Etheridge is outside the box. He's just punted it up in the air. Against Fiji, just a few days ago, the Aztecas enjoyed all the possession in the world in the first half. This time around, they're finding it difficult to hold on to the ball. Bahadoran looking for the quick breakout.
Tajikistan is really spreading the game very well, using the width and the depth.
What? Looking for Phil Young husband, that goes straight to the keeper.
They're playing very direct by passing the midfield.
Quickly closed down by Maniot.
You know, that's what you can expect from Maniot. Defensively, he really helps a lot.
Demurga gets in a spot of bother. Villanueva. Etheridge is going to go long with this. Looking for Ramsey. What a delivery. Offside, says the referee.
Wow, great distribution there from Neil Etheridge. Even though that was Ramsey was offside.
Accuracy being shown there by the goalkeeper.
One of the main reasons why his club is second in the standings, looking for a possible promotion to Division 1 in the Premier League.
Crowd making themselves heard here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. And Tajikistan looking to get us restarted here. Deep free kick. And so far, Tajikistan have threatened twice already.
I think Tajikistan, even with not having scored already, I think they'll be happy with their performance in this first 15 minutes. With the way the balance of play has turned out, I think they'll feel confident. They'll feel encouraged with the way things are going.
And considering that they are playing away from home, this is a very good start for them.
Ball bouncing awkwardly for Villanueva. Gets his head to it. Well done from the center back. Punted up by Rota. Ascal is now able to breathe. Maniot finds Bahadoran. Now Bahadoran doing his best to rattle his Tajikistan defender, and it will be possession
well,
Tajikistan.
The Ascals needed to find Bahadoran that time. Maniot spots his run, but you need to get him going. Every time Misak doesn't have the ball, he can drift in and out of the game.
That's true, Sadal. But that time he was the matchup in defending was very well. The speed of the left back was very good in tracking down Mizad.
Chance now for the Ascals. Ramsey forces a save.
Fantastic technique from Ramsey on the volley. But that's what you can expect from Ramsey.
Crowd on their feet. Chance for the Ascals. And a corner kick coming.
Great technique and also a great through ball.
Corner kick headed away at the near post.
Good first time cross from Ramsey.
Two Ascals players were just around the area that goes out for a corner kick.
Maniot's work rate is really tremendous.
Well, best spell so far for the Ascals. Maniot, you see how much this game means to him. Going all the way. Getting on the end of that second ball.
Keeper comes out, gets his hands to it. Ott bundled over. And that's an interesting call from the linesman. I thought it was going to go the way of Ascals.
Players have to keep their composure.
Tajikistan under pressure.
Now, can you imagine the Ascals scoring first? What would it do to this Rizal Memorial Stadium grandstand?
It will be huge. It will erupt. And of course, it will do massively as well in steadying the nerves of the players on the pitch. Great tackle.
Good positioning from Dennis Villanueva. And it's good to see the sense of urgency of our midfielders in dropping down back in defense. They realize the threat that the attacking players of Tajikistan pose.
Well, they need to drop back. Dennis Villanueva, Carly Di Murga, this is not their natural positions. And they need all the help they can get here from their teammates, especially at midfield.
The Susadel.
Dangerous moment here. Rota almost had that one picked away.
Good ball from Rota.
Well shielded by young husband. And a quick ball, switching it over to Mike Ott. Leaves it for Sato. Brought down. Clean tackle.
Good run from Sato though. Lisa could have delayed the pass just a little bit.
Let's take a look at it again. Mike Ott.
Oh, that's Mike Ott.
Sato on the stretch.
Well, from that angle, it looked like there was contact that time, but I think he got the ball early, the Tajikistan defender.
And that player has stayed down here.
But good enterprising run from Sato.
Now, you'd always expect Sato to make those runs in support of the left winger. And you're seeing right now, Mike Ott has been switched to that left side. I think that's his best position right now in this team. He can take on players from that position and really create chances for the Ascals. Ian Ramsey can also, I think, going inverted with your wingers, I think will help the Ascals, especially because they don't have that target man. They don't have that guy up front, and they need that ball on the ground.
Let's choose it out. And also, I think Coach Dooley realized that Tajikistan is only playing two midfielders. So they actually have more space down the middle.
And that's why, midfield support comes in. Ott and probably Ingreso, once in a while, push forward and support the attack from the wing.
Player down earlier for Tajikistan has recovered. Jalilov Iskandar set to throw in for his side.
It's good to see that we're putting numbers back on defense. But the key is really to know when to space mark and when to man mark, especially on those crosses.
Rota. Space and time to take a touch. Confident from the right back. And again, looking to spray it to the opposite flank.
On our end, we've penetrated Tajikistan's right side on a couple of occasions. Maybe that's part of the plan. Maybe they realize that that's the weak side of Tajikistan, especially with early diagonal balls.
Well, they've been trying that quick switch of play in the past few matches, especially against Fiji. But that match also presented some of the problems of the Ascals.
Where we see our first booking here. Kind of a reckless challenge from Manny Ott.
Very strong tackle from Manny Ott.
Referee's having a look. Let's take a look at it here.
But he stopped a potential counter-attack from Tajikistan.
It was late there, Manu.
Jared Gillette is thinking about it, deliberating whether it's time to pull out his first card of the game.
It's twice already that Ott was called for a foul. I think the referee's kept his card in his pocket.
Twice he stopped a potential counterattack from happening. Played short. Space on this left side for Tajikistan. They opt to go backwards.
Good defensive organization from the Asgals.
Tajikistan allowed to utilize the ball in their own half. Now the pressure comes. Enough to get them to play the ball out.
I think the Azkals have shifted from a high pressing defensive line to somewhat of a block. They realize that Tajikistan poses a threat when they push up that line.
Well played by the Azkals. Ott spreads it out to Ramsey. Long range effort. Just wide.
That's good play. Good play from the Azkals. All starts with Mikey Ott and Phil Younghusband getting involved and spreading the play out wide was Manny Ott. Actually had an opportunity to take that shot from distance, but they waited for Ramsey, and Ramsey waited for Sato. It's a good hit and a crucial block there from Tajikistan. Otherwise, it would have been 1-0 for the Philippines.
That was a good layoff from Ramsey. Unfortunately, Sato didn't really connect very well on the shot.
Corner kick on the way. Here comes the in-swinger. Chance for the Azkals. That goes out. Another corner kick on its way.
So far, teams having problems with their set pieces, coach.
That's true. And because the deliveries have been fantastic.
And this time it'll be Ian Ramsey on this near side.
That's a very hard ball for the keeper to anticipate.
It's a deeper cross from Ramsey. Keeper gets a touch to it. Sato.
Safety play from Sato.
Well, in Ramsey and Phil Younghusband, Azkals have two very good corner kick takers. Couple of in-swingers, either side, and they can really cause trouble to the goalkeeper.
And they can vary their targets, near post, middle, or far post.
More than halfway through our first half here between the Philippines and Tajikistan. It was the visitors who threatened early, but as of the last few minutes, the Azkals have been bombarding the Tajikistan box.
Our tracking back is really impressive, especially from the midfielders. As a defender, you'd really appreciate the effort of those midfielders, helping you out, putting in the challenges, and then the defenders have that luxury to hold on and wait for the strong touch or the mistakes from the defenders.
Mike Ott keeping possession. Was on the ground there momentarily, surrounded by three Tajikistan players. Daisuke Sato. Bahadoran missed his header. Now here come the visitors. Looking to spread it out wide to the left side.
Even Phil Younghusband tracks down on defense. You can just sense how important it is for them to get a result, to get a point in this match.
Tajikistan looking for their opening. Finding it difficult to get out of their own half.
Manny Ott protecting the space in between the back line and the midfield line. Very disciplined team block from the Azkals.
They're forced to go long. Simone Rota cuts it out.
And that's what you want Tajikistan to do. You'd rather allow them to give those long balls and let our defenders deal with them rather than make them play through the middle.
I don't think there's a lot of players in the middle for Tajikistan there, coach. I think they're pretty much going direct right now. There are 3-4 players up front.
A throw in on this near side. Trying to get clever there and go behind Simone Rota. Heads out for a goal kick. You see the attempt here. They got in behind Simone Rota. If that throw-in was just a little bit more accurate.
Safe to say that we've settled quite a bit. during the first 10 minutes of the game, we were quite shaky. We were conceding a lot of threats from Tajikistan.
I think that Ramsey chance and those two corners have really helped us, you know, get some semblance of control in this game.
That's true, Sadaf.
Would have been offside here. Yep, flag is up. Just a little sloppy there from Jalilov.
No, that's his job there. Manager Jalilov just plays off the shoulder of the last man. And when he gets that ball in that final third, he can be lethal.
Robbed. Bahadoran unable to keep it. Young husband bearing down.
Very aggressive chasing from Misak and Phil Young husband. That's what you want to see from your forwards. If they see an opportunity to win the ball, then they need to go all out for it.
Oh, it took a bit of contact. And Tajikistan looking penned in at the moment. They launch it long. Villanueva wins the header. Ingreso doing well to delay the attack.
Good to see that we're very quick in organizing once we lose the ball. That's what we didn't do very well against Fiji in the last friendly and against Tajikistan during their first game.
Well, I think we were much more concerned on the way we were building up our attack, especially with the way we were playing in the final third patterns. They were trying to simulate those patterns in the final third, and forgot
about
that we needed to defend it. Yeah. We got too comfortable with the 3-0 lead.
More than half an hour has gone by here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, still scoreless. So glad you could join us here on Liga and over the official website of the Azcals, theazcals.com. Shingham Lang, Anto Gonzalez, and Sitav Tupas calling the action.
Good coordination from the defense line and the midfield line.
Take a look at that. Nice little pirouette from the Tajikistan player. Tajikistan looking to navigate the left side of the defense.
At defense, you have to win those balls inside the area.
Yes, Adolf, and if this set of back four players, they haven't really played a lot of games together, but they are making up for it with good communication and good command.
Ball to chase for Carly Demurga. Strong challenge, and the ball is still in play.
Great tackle from Carly.
It's absolutely superb from Carly, but Ingreso losing the ball there.
Door is closed on the right side, but a foul is called on Simone Rota.
Simone has made some unnecessary challenges. I think he has to calm down.
I think that's clumsy from Simone.
Oh, wow.
Nanggigigil siya eh.
And this is a dangerous position here para sa Tajikistan.
As a defender, you need to be more patient, not dive on those challenges unnecessarily.
Dangerous moment here for the Philippines. Free kick from a wide area. Dangerous ball! Almost a free header.
quality deliveries from both sides, Jing.
That's Faculo who delivers this one, an in-swinger once again. It's close to the head of Asurov at the far post. Fortunately for the Philippines, Asurov couldn't get there.
Not for the first time, Sadaf, that we've had a set piece where we've completely lost track of one of the Tajikistan players.
That's really something they need to work on here. It takes a lot, especially with defending a set piece, organizing and communicating.
Nice switch of play from Tajikistan.
Maybe Neil Etheridge can be more assertive in those situations, calling out names to mark certain and particular players.
Down for a Nov, picked away by Phil Young-husband. Ramsey.
Good hold up play.
Stepped on the brakes. Ingreso now. Great ball. Maniot gets it to Bahadoran. Bahadoran looking for space. His shot is blocked.
Good passage of play for the Azkals.
Now good defending there from Tajikistan. Immediately closing down Bahadoran when Ott released that ball.
But
I think Misa took a lot of time sorting out his touch before taking that shot that allowed Tajikistan's defense to recover.
And this is where the strength of the Azkals lie in the midfield. We have very creative players who can take on defenders and players who can really drive those balls in between defenders.
Less than 10 minutes remaining in our first half. Ball is missed. Villanueva looking to shepherd his man out.
Good physical defending from Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis Villanueva has been solid so far in this first half. I think him and Cardi de Murga have settled well into this match, and that should bode well for the Azkals, particularly heading into that second half where I think it will be a dogfight.
Definitely, Sadaf, and we can see them really talking a lot to each other and commanding the rest of the back line.
Play opening up for the Azkals. Bahadoran out wide to Mike Ott. Takes on his defender. Takes on a second. Needs support now. Wins a corner kick.
Good defending from Tajikistan.
Well, Mike Ott, one of the most technically gifted players playing in the Philippines. Look at the ball control. Look at the footwork there from Mikey.
But good help defending from the left wing of Tajikistan also to put off Mike Ott.
Tajikistan have found it difficult to deal with the corner kicks. Here comes another. Chance! Over the ball! Simone Rota.
Big chance there for the Azkals as this ball, this in-swinger once again from Ramsey causing problems. It falls kindly to Rota, but I think he hit it under him.
Underneath the ball.
Would have done well if he struck it down the middle, got it on target and forced the goalkeeper to work. But a golden chance wasted there for the Azkals.
Has to be the best chance of the game.
Also for being in the right position.
Tajikistan on the break. Sato with a block.
You really have to admire the precision defending of the Azkals.
Space on the left side for Tajikistan if they want to utilize it, they do. Cross! Ball pops up, Etheridge wins the aerial battle.
Strong from Neil.
He went early to Bahadoran.
Well, first time I think Etheridge was made to work in this match, and I think he acquitted himself very well. Great command, very showing who's boss there inside that 6-yard box, Neil Etheridge. And this is what you expect from a keeper playing at a high level.
Let's use it up. very composed also. Very composed from Neil Effie. Didn't panic at all.
Phil Young husband. Not on the same wavelength there.
You would have
with
wanted
Ott.
Mike Ott to support earlier in that play.
Again, Demurga continues to be a force in the air for the Philippines.
Very good work from Misag. Very good work from Misag.
Ball goes over his intended target, however.
But you have to commend him for his work rate.
You see how much this game means to Misa Bahadoran with just the way he's been pressing and trying to win the ball early.
Rota winning that challenge.
Strong from Simone.
Backheeled it to Mike Ott.
He has to get back. He has to get back. Good coverage from Kevin Ingreso. Simone Rota was momentarily out of position, but he covered very well for Simone.
Here come Tajikistan. Good turn. First touch is good. But the ball went up and touched the hand. Handball is called.
But you see the burst of speed from Jalilov when he picked up that ball in the final third, taking on players. He really puts players on their heels there, Jalilov.
That's why he is their most dangerous player, having scored 13 goals out of 25 matches in international competitions.
Manny Ott was looking for Bahadoran. Ott called for another foul from behind. Third foul of the game for Manny Ott.
Manny Ott is lucky to not even get a warning, or maybe he does get one now.
Gets a talking to from the referee, Jared Gillett.
Tajikistan is really putting numbers on our right side.
Jalilov, couple step overs. Crowded out. And a foul from behind.
Good collective defending from the Azkals to stop Dalilov from penetrating. But it's quite obvious that Tajikistan is really trying to penetrate our right side.
And this is right here. I think from where Jalilov picked up that ball in between the lines. And I think that's something that the Azkals need to be aware of, because there's a gap there. And they should be aware where Jalilov is all the time.
Yes, Adel. And the solution to that is really just good communication.
And here is the first yellow card of the game. It's given to Azrarov Siovush. Reckless challenge from behind. Took out Phil Young husband, who has stayed down on the pitch here. Let's take a look at it. Great control from Phil Young husband. Knew the contact was coming. Went to shield the ball. And as you can see, Claro went all the way through the man to get to the ball.
But I think that was absolutely needless on his part. There was no threat. Phil had his back against goal. Needless to put in a foul like that. I think, later on, they might look back at that one, especially if he gets another yellow card later on.
Yes, Adolf, and considering the quality of our deliveries from set pieces, very useless foul.
So here comes a free kick.
Experience of Phil Young husband showing, just keeping the ball, protecting the ball with his body.
Chance of Filipinas in the grandstand. Could this be the moment for the Philippines to break the deadlock? Ramsey's delivery. Well defended by Tajikistan. Clear will take a deflection. Sato out to safety.
Good covering from Sato, coming all the way from the left side.
Confirmation of the booking. Azarov, the first player in the book of Jared Gillette. Worrying sign here for the Azkals as Ian Ramsey has stayed down.
And look, concern here for Ian Ramsey. I think it's his knee.
And he's in some significant pain here based on his reaction. He can make his way into halftime, and perhaps we'll see if he will be able to continue in this match. 1 minute of added time.
Additional time of 1 minute.
And there's a tough one.
Initially, good effort from Phil tracking down the attacker, but he ended up falling in a dangerous in a dangerous position.
Well, there are a lot of free kick specialists there for Tajikistan, and this could be a problem for the Azkals. It's quite a dangerous position to give up a free kick. Neil Etheridge and the wall has to do its job here.
Anxious moments here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
Neil asserting himself.
What a time to score this would be for Tajikistan. It's blocked by the wall.
The wall did its job there. And Neil appreciating the effort of the wall.
Let's take a look at it here. Straight into Phil Younghusband. The Azkals survived that little scare.
Good to see the Azkals really encouraging each other and pushing each other.
Ramsey still not back in the game, so the Philippines down to 10 men momentarily, but there is the halftime whistle.
The halftime score is
Key for the Philippines, a point or a win will do to take us through to the Asian Cup. So far, so good for the Azkals that it is scoreless here at the break.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, this is good news for the Azkals, but we saw how dangerous Tajikistan was in that first half.
Yes, but we have to be happy with how things went in the first half. 0-0, it bodes well for us. Tajikistan needs a win, we only need a draw. But in the overall performance, I think towards the end of the game, we acquitted ourselves from the early onslaught of Tajikistan.
0-0 after 45 minutes. We'll stop for a short break, and we'll be right back here on Liga. Check, check. Check, check. Live. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Baka pwedeng lakasan lang, boss. Meron na. Check, check. Yun! Yun, boss. Check 2, 3, 4, 5. Yun. Check, check. Si Anto, hindi ko naririnig.
Ito kasing dalawa na ano, ito yung mas malakas. Ito kasi dito na nakakabit.
Check.
Paano?
Check 2. Ako narinig ko rin yung sarili ko. Si Anto, hindi ko naririnig. Check, check, check. Check 2, 3, 4, 5. Check 2. Check 2. 2. Check, check. Check. Mahina. Check, check, check. Check 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check. Check 2, 3, 4. Check 2, 3, 4. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check 2, 2, 3, 3. Ano nangyari? Ba't ganun? Ba't ganun? Yung override, nililinig ko. Ito at saka ito. Ito hindi. Bakit kaya? Check, 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 check. 2, 2, 2, 2. Check. Check, check, check.
Wala pa yata, wala pang
Check,
interview.
check, check. Check, check, check. 2, 3. Boss, yung kay Anto, hindi niya rin narinig yung sarili niya na maayos. Ito yung kay Anto eh. So, sige, try nyo. Hindi niya marinig. Check, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check, check. So, hindi na yung mic niya. Check, 2, 3, 4. Tapos hindi ko rin siya naririnig. Check, check, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. Ako, boss, narinig nyo? Ito, yung isa. Yung sa kanya na lang yung kulang, boss. Ito na lang, itong mic na to. Check, check, check. Check. Ow, ow, ow. Check, check, check. Check, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. Check, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. Check, check. Check. Check, check, check. Check, 2, 3. Kasi ito kasi walang filter, walang pop filter, so parang panay muffled yung ano. Check. Check. 2, 3.
Test mic.
Can you hear yourself?
Test mic.
0-0 at the break. Hi to everyone watching on YouTube.
Check 2, 3, 4.
Rinig daw sa YouTube yung mic test.
I love you, Papi.
Uy, what's that?
After 45 minutes, it's scoreless at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. So far, so good for the Philippine Azkals, who need only a point to move through into the Asian Cup. Now let's look back at some of the action from earlier in the first half. Plenty of chances for both teams.
Tajikistan starting out very well against this very well-drilled Azkal side in that first half. You know, the visitors really putting the defense under pressure. I think Simone Rota on that right side. But fortunately for the Azkals, Tajikistan hasn't been converting their chances.
That's true, Sidelf. And on our end, most of our dangerous attempts came from set pieces, corners, free kicks. So here is a good through ball and a good volley from Ian Ramsey.
And one of the big question marks for the second half, will we see Ian Ramsey back in action for the second period? Came off injured at the back end of the first half. And you see here Simone Rota also with a fantastic chance at the latter part of that opening period.
Most of the attempts of Tajikistan really came from our right side.
But you see the Azkals really coping well. I think this is a very good defensive performance from them, considering the magnitude of this game and the way, you know, the way Tajikistan has really taken the game to us in this first half.
That was the final moment that we needed to survive. That was an added time of the first half. That free kick hitting the wall, and now second half action about to get underway.
And just to add to that, Sidelf, I think collectively we're doing very well. It has been a collective effort for us.
Chance for Phil Younghusband. Left-footed strike goes wide of the post.
What a chance there early in the second half. I think Misa Bahadoran making that chance possible. Daisuke Sato with the delivery, but Bahadoran had the defense confused there when he went for that ball, but Phil just not able to find the target. He sprayed his left-footed shot very wide. That's his weaker left foot. Would have been number 50 for Phil. Goal number 50 for Phil, unfortunately.
But this is a good start for the second half, and that's how you want to start each half, Sidelf.
Phil Younghusband, as you mentioned, Sidelf, on 49 international goals for the Philippines. He is the top scorer in the history of our nation. He's so close there to picking up a landmark 50th.
We're staying really tight on defense.
Tajikistan found it difficult at times to get out of their own half. In open play, medyo nahihirapan sila to carve out opportunities against this extremely organized Philippine side. Anto, what do you want to see in this second half, knowing how both sides approach the game in the first?
I think defensively we've done a very good job in compacting the middle parts of the field. However, we have allowed Tajikistan to penetrate on our right side. So I guess more focus and attention has to be given to that side. Most probably the right wing, Maniot or Ian Ramsey, has to help more. And one of our midfielders has to cover that side more.
Mike Odd and Ian Ramsey extremely busy on the wings, both on offense and defense in this game. It's Phil Younghusband looking to deliver a good ball. Wins a corner kick in the process.
Well, I think these corners, these are minor victories for the Philippines. You know, little by little, you know, you waste away the time and also put pressure on that defense of Tajikistan with the score still deadlocked. I think this is ideal for the Ascals.
Definitely, Sadaf. And it's a sign that we're playing aggressively on our offense.
Corner kick in swinger.
Another good delivery.
Palmed away. Chance for Younghusband. Foul was called. Real opportunity for the Philippines to break the deadlock.
Well, twice it has happened in this match. The Philippines and Tajikistan struggling to clear their lines, and the Philippines getting an opportunity inside that penalty box. Once again, Kevin Ingreso hits it under the same way as Simone Rota hit his volley earlier, and that sails over the bar.
In those situations, Sadaf, minsan ang mga attackers nagpapatumba na lang para tamaan nila sa middle part yung bola.
No, you know, I'm sure you've scored a couple of times in that scenario in your career.
Sato went down there to a strong challenge. No whistle blown by Jared Gillette. And you can see him remonstrating to the linesman.
He's pleading his case there, Daisuke Sato.
But definitely a better start in this second half for the Ascals compared to the first half.
Oh, medyo slow start tayo kanina eh. In that first half, Tajikistan able to grab the game at the scruff of the neck.
Kahit tayo, slow start din.
Kinakabahan sa mga
medyo ano din eh. No? Yeah, medyo hindi din tayo loosen up a little bit. So, try to enjoy the second half with, and hopefully we'll get the ideal result later on.
And ang maganda with starting the second half strong, mapapaisip ngayon ang Tajikistan, di ba? Draw lang ang kailangan natin, but we're still putting on the pressure.
And it's difficult for them to get too crazy and push forward with everything they've got, because if we score, then that really dampens their chances of getting a victory here in Manila.
Yes, that's true. Jim, good clearance from Carly.
Well, one thing's for sure, you know, we've been seeing, you know, first 50 minutes of this game, it's a well-prepared Tajikistan side. They've really come out to play here against the Philippines.
Ramsey on the break. He's got Bahadoran to the left side. Bahadoran looking for support. Somehow is able to shield the ball and keeps possession. Finally gets a whistle. How does he do it?
Oh, wow. What heart from Misa Bahadoran. You know, he could have given the ball away there easily. He could have lost that ball easily, but, you know, he knows that if he'd lost this ball, he'd put his other teammates on their heels.
Yan yung tinatawag na buwis buhay na sa Delph, no? Pero if we can see in that play, medyo late ang support ng midfielders natin, ni Ingreso at ni Ott.
Well, you also have to understand, Coach, that they also want, you know, try to make sure.
What a free kick into the hands of the goalkeeper, but that was a dangerous moment for the Tajikistan defense.
Sinisigurado nitong mga midfielders natin na, you know, safe yung area nila.
Yeah.
Easier to get back into shape if they don't take a risk. So really, it's up to these attackers.
Strong challenge from Villanueva. Corner kick now, or rather a deep throw in for the visiting team.
Enterprising first 10 minutes so far. Palitan ng atake.
Long throw. Popped up by Ingreso. Threat continues from Tajikistan. Etheridge.
Scary moment once again for the Philippines there, as Tajikistan hit the side of Dennis Villanueva. Coach asking for handball and the other players as well, but good non-call there by the referee.
Medyo loose ang marking ni Sato doon in that situation, especially inside the box. Pwedeng mas lumapit siya para ma-prevent yung cross or yung shot.
Sato wins the header. Ramsey able to bring it down. Didn't get a chance to mention, Ian Ramsey looks to have shaken off his little knee knock from the first half. There's a constant threat on the left flank for the Philippines, and a real asset on defense alongside Mike Ott. A bit of high pressure being shown here by the Philippines. Simone Rota being tested. Carly De Murga takes charge.
But the Azcal's backline is holding and dictating the line very well. I think mukhang si Dennis ang nagdadala at nagko-command sa backline.
Such a great crowd we have here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. You talked
Good
about this
anticipation from Daisuke.
match being the catalyst for the reigniting of the passion for Philippine football, and I'm sure so many are watching at home as well.
Well, definitely from actually a lot of our friends in Bacolod watching at Hat-Trick Bar. Actually, Coach Aris Caslib, our technical director, is there. They're taking the coaching license in Bacolod, and from Ceres Negros also watching. Nick Goles, Edgar Alteros, Coco Torre, our good friend, is also watching.
Lots of players from Ceres Negros represented here in the Philippine team. Ian Ramsey, of course, not anymore part of Ceres, but you could still throw him in there as part of the team.
They had a banner year last season. Guys like Manny Ott.
Tough challenge from Manny.
You'd have to think kung kasama ka sa team ng Tajikistan, you're gonna wonder how many times before he gets booked. And this is his final warning from Jared Gillette.
Pero matutuwa ka din dito sa mga taga-Tajikistan. Hindi sila nagko-complain, no? They just focus on their game.
10 minutes into the second period, still scoreless. Again, both sides having their moments already. Phil Younghusband with a left-footed strike that went wide. The other one, a little scramble inside the box of the Azcals.
A couple of half chances with Simone Rota and Kevin Ingreso, but that Phil Younghusband strike was actually their best chance. Although it was a tough angle to work with for Phil.
The Azcals currently employing a very patient and disciplined team block.
Able to get the slightest of touches was Mike Ott. Cross for Tajikistan. Corner kick.
Good defensive work from Mike Ott. And that's what you want to see from your wingers from a game of this magnitude, no? Especially that the team is just needing a draw. Yung sense of urgency from your attackers, kailangan yan.
It seems a substitution is being prepared for the Philippines. Patrick Reichelt being talked to by Thomas Dooley. But first, the Azcals need to deal with this in-swinger from Tajikistan. Played short. Sent into the box. Looking for the bicycle kick.
Good block.
Third opportunity sent away. Great defending.
And that's Phil, young husband, doing the defensive work.
They needed to be 100% switched on there. They ask us as this ball just ricocheted inside the area. Phil Young husband with a block and had to scramble once again to put pressure on the defender and force him into that miss.
Aliyev Jaungir was looking for the bicycle kick inside the box. You see Carly Demurga, the commitment from the center back, sticking his head in a dangerous position there.
I think, Jing, no? Commitment from everyone talagang kitang-kita mo eh. From Phil Young husband down to Carly Demurga. Everyone is really doing their part.
Through ball. Flag is raised. Nevertheless, well shepherded by Dennis Villanueva. And here comes the first substitution of the game. Patrick Reichelt steps in, replaces the 23-year-old Mike Ott.
Patrick Reichelt, a big moment for this Azcals veteran. He's struggled with injuries the past couple of years, and I think he only started playing for Ceres a few months ago, and on the road to recovery. And this year, he's kept himself in a good shape, and he's been contributing for Ceres, and he's been sharp. And I think this is a well-deserved applause for Mike Ott, but also a well-deserved appearance for Patrick Reichelt to show that he still got a lot of game left in him.
Ang maganda dito, Patrick brings another dimension sa atake ng Azcals. I think siya yung kinakailangang threat sa ere ng Azcals with all our quality crosses and set pieces. Magagamit talaga yung ability niya sa air.
No whistle blown as Sato stays down. Phil Young husband brought down illegally, says the referee. Free kick on its way.
The young players should watch how Phil Young husband utilizes his body to shield the ball. No, one of the best, if not the best, in the country in holding up that ball.
That's really an aspect of his game that he's improved upon, particularly in the last few years. Kasi gusto ng mga defenders dito sa Pilipinas na parati na lang binabangga si Phil Young husband from behind, and he's bulked up pretty significantly over the last few years.
Good assessment, Jim.
Nothing coming of that free kick. Headed back by Sato. Tajikistan just about getting it under control now. Sato winning the ball.
Medyo out of position si Sato doon. He allowed the attacker to turn, but fortunately he was able to recover very well and anticipated the tackle well.
Sato, what a timely addition to this team. He plays in Romania, so he's been getting a lot of good experience there in Europe.
Plays for Sepsi OSK in the top flight of Romania. And that's the quality that we have here in this Azcals side. You've got a player playing in Cardiff. You got a player playing in Romania in Sato. And of course, a whole bunch of players from Ceres Negros who are competing in the AFC Cup. So talagang ang bilis ng pagkataas ng level of football here in the Philippines.
Could have been a foul.
Looked like he was completely battered there on that play. No whistle blown.
Now, this is one game or one goal will change everything. Either way.
Well brought down.
Good
Overlapping
help
run.
from Maniot.
Tajikistan looking for space on this right side. Played short. It's well defended here. Villanueva
Look at the
again.
commitment.
Headed away by Ingreso. Chance for Tajikistan. Penalty. Oh boy. Davronov Nuruddin brought down inside the box.
I think in that sequence, both of our midfielders were drawn towards our left side, no? So nagkaroon ng gap in the central area on top of the penalty box.
It looked like it was Ingreso who was trying to avoid the contact, but his foot was left behind. Not too many complaints there if it was a penalty or not.
Unfortunate development for us, because I thought we were the more enterprising team at the start of the second half.
What a moment here. Tajikistan need a win to go through to their first ever Asian Cup, and they can take the lead here from a penalty kick.
Well, I thought Davronov has been their best player so far in this match. He's number 8 player for Tajikistan. It's great control there on that second ball, and you know, Ingreso was really forced, to make that decision there. Caught in a very unfamiliar spot, Kevin Ingreso, as the last guy to defend Davronov.
Neil Etheridge has not had plenty to do in this game, but he is now in the spotlight. Nazarov Akhtam set to take this for Tajikistan. And he scores! Tajikistan take the lead! Nazarov Akhtam puts the visiting side 1 goal ahead. Let's take a look at that penalty kick. Sends Neil Etheridge the long way.
Quality penalty kick.
Here is the moment where the Azkals need to dig deep and get back into this game.
So, mag-change ngayon ang dynamics ng game, Jing and Sedel. Kailangan natin ng goal to salvage a draw and qualify. So it would be interesting to see ano ang magiging response ng Azkals.
Well, almost immediately, Carly Di Murga picks up that ball and puts it right in the middle as the Azkals try to regain their bearings here. It's a tough blow, but I think Tajikistan, for all their work in this, first hour of the game, deserve that goal.
Tajikistan now applying pressure straight from the kickoff. Second ball, won by Ingreso. Reichelt keeps it in play. Rota takes some contact. Play continues. Crowd trying to buoy on the Azkals. Touch on for Reichelt. Can he get there?
Good flick from Phil Younghusband.
The Azkals have to be careful here not to leave a lot of gaps in behind as they try to push more men forward.
Miscue from Etheridge. Not punished by Tajikistan. Ramsey. Villanueva looking for Ramsey on the left side. Wins a corner kick.
Good response from the Azkals. The Azkals need to keep their composure. There's still ample time.
Crowd on its feet. Chance of Filipinas. Corner kick is headed away. It falls nicely for Manila. Skies that attempt.
Big chance once again on that second ball. Manny Ott was trying to, evade the sea of red right in front of him as he went trying to place that ball to the top corner.
Wasted opportunity for the Philippines. Ingreso gets it out to Ramsey.
Tajikistan is pressing really high right now.
Well, you thought they would sit back with this 1-goal lead. I don't think so.
They want to kill the game off.
Long-range effort! Just wide.
Importante sa atin is i-match lang yung intensity ng Tajikistan, and don't be put off by the goal. There's plenty of time to get a goal back.
De Murga goes long to Reichelt.
I think that goal really, that intensity has gone down the past few minutes for the Askas.
Ramsey delivers the cross. Reichelt knocks it down.
That's what Raki gives you, no? He's really a very reliable target for those crosses.
Villanueva won that duel. Was hit on the play, wins a free kick. The next 10 minutes or so, just so vital in this game.
In that instance, you would have wanted Mizag to drift down once the ball went over him, so just he could gain space if ever there was a cutback or a drop-off.
No, he was too close to the defender right there, Coach, and the space in front behind him was huge.
Delivery by Maniot. Villanueva hits it into his teammate, and Tajikistan are on the break.
Professional foul on Sato.
A yellow card will be given. Jared Gillette looking for Daisuke Sato, who will receive this yellow card.
This is one of the moments that we really need someone inside, a leader who will tell the team to stay composed, to stick to the objectives.
It's manager Jalilov once again.
It looks like James Young-Husband is about to check into the match. You're looking for an aerial threat inside the box. James Young-Husband, no better player on the Philippine team than him in the air.
This region, and we might be playing more direct once he comes in.
And here is that change. Misal Bahadoran takes his seat. James Young-Husband takes his spot at the tip of the attack.
One thing going for us now that James is inside is his connection with Phil Young-Husband. Yan yung tipong nagkakaamuyan kahit hindi magkatinginan.
20 minutes remaining. So much pressure on the shoulders of the home team. Looking for options. Easy ball for Kali Demurga. Maniot misses it. Tajikistan was looking to switch the play. The captain.
Parang because of that goal, nagkakumpiyansa ng husto itong Tajikistan. They're keeping the ball much better now.
They're playing with the spring in their step, Tajikistan.
Importante sa atin is we need to keep on the pressure. Don't let them settle.
Aerial battle won by Tajikistan. Demurga getting ahead of his marker.
What will be key for us now if you're gonna play direct is to get on those second balls, no? So key ang midfielders natin to fill up those gaps and get on the second balls.
Player down for Tajikistan. He will receive a bit of treatment. He was already on his way up before the ball was sent out.
"18 minutes for one goal is still ample time."
So a lot of time remaining.
2 substitutions already been made by Coach Thomas Dooley. Looking at the bench of the Philippines, who would you like to see in this game? Or who do you think will eventually make their way onto the field?
I think playing style-wise, Minigeshi would definitely make an impact with his individual.
Ramsey's ball! Chance for the goal! Yeah! What a goal!
Fantastic cross. Fantastic cross. Hear this crowd.
Crowd on their feet. Absolutely electric in the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. What a goal! Phil Young-Husband finds Ramsey. And the trailing run from Kevin Ingreso. Beautifully targeted into the corner. 1-all.
Fantastic cross from Ramsey.
Now we were talking about those getting on the end of those second balls, and it may not be a second, but
it's a secondary run.
Yeah,
which our midfielders were being offered with the type of defending that Tajikistan is doing.
What a response from the Philippines. And now the Azkals are fired up. What a moment for Kevin Ingreso. Committed the penalty on the opposite side, on the end of the header. In attack, what a game on our hands.
the match coming to life now.
And we also have to give credit to James Young-Husband for attacking the box and drawing the defense line of Tajikistan, thus freeing up the space for Ingreso.
But talk about that header, coach. Well placed into that bottom corner.
Phil Young-Husband winning a free kick.
Ingreso kept his composure very well and just trying to place that header away from the goalkeeper.
Again, Phil Young-Husband showcasing his ability to shield the ball so well.
And a little bit of experience.
Knew the contact was coming, anticipated it well.
A bit of gamesmanship there, but you know, time is on our side now.
What gamesmanship?
No.
I didn't see anything.
Actually, this is one of those games where we can be absolutely biased.
Sabi ni Ian, "Oy Phil, injured ka pa. Diyan ka muna."
Free kick coming. How quickly a game of football can change. We were chasing at the 20-minute mark, or with 20 minutes remaining. We were talking about there's still a lot of time to score a goal. Now there's 14 minutes left for Tajikistan to find another goal.
That's the beauty of football, Jing. One goal changed the complexion. The first goal of Tajikistan, they had a spring in their step. Tayo medyo bumaba ang intensity, but with good quality from Ian Ramsey and the great header from Ingreso. Ngayon sa atin na naman ang momentum.
Ramsey looking for space to deliver across.
Might be too early to waste some time here.
Ball is still in play. Goes only as far as Sato. He's getting closed down, just decided to lash at the ball.
Naalala niyo siguro yung goal niya against Tajikistan in the first game, no? That screamer of a long shot.
Is 4,671.
4,679 have made their way to the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, packing this grandstand section. Wonderful atmosphere here in Manila.
Good effort put in by Phil in closing down the attacker, almost forcing a mistake.
Well, you see now, you know, the aftermath of that goal for the Philippines. No, parang may gana na ulit sila maglaro. As soon as you saw that, you know, penalty go in, the shoulders really dropped.
What work rate from Phil Younghusband, winning back possession for the Philippines. Tajikistan.
We have numbers in defense.
The captain's looking for support, having trouble finding it.
We have to continue working, especially in defense.
Low ball into the box. A turn and a shot from Jalilov. Now we'll get a corner kick here for Tajikistan.
And now you want your goalkeeper asserting himself, organizing.
And substitution on its way. First one for Tajikistan. It's Jalilov Romish, who checks into the match for Juraboev Amirbek. So just to make it a little bit more challenging, there are now 3 Jalilovs in the game. And here comes the corner kick. Etheridge vocal at the 6-yard box. Conversation now being had between Jared Gillette and Jalilov Manucher. Just getting a little too physical inside the box. Etheridge.
No problem, sabi ni Neil.
You wanted a confident keeper in this situation, and that's exactly what you get here from Neil Etheridge.
Very single-minded and courageous coming out of his line.
James Younghusband wins the header. Ramsey! That's easy for the goalkeeper.
That was on target for me and Ramsey, but you see the luxury when you have James Younghusband up front. He'll win you a lot of headers and give you time on the ball once again.
Clever pass from Manny Odd. Younghusband's got room to turn. Phil gets it off to Ingreso. Back to Phil Younghusband.
Very good patience from the Azkals.
Nice spell of possession now. And that goes out. Ingreso looking for Ramsey.
You also have to give credit to Coach Dooley for putting in James and the timing.
Yeah, the timing, absolutely. I think, you know, James has come in some big games and really affected impacted some of our games. North Korea, pumasok din siya and we score, come from behind to win 3-2 just 2 years ago here at Rizal Memorial.
Less than 10 minutes into this game now. This current scoreline enough for the Azkals to achieve their dream of Asian Cup football. Over to the right flank. Switching the play is Phil Younghusband. Spots Ramsey. Misplaced from Sato. Tajikistan will win a free kick.
This is why I think Azkals should need to work on when they have the ball. I think this game out professionally, with regards to not committing mistakes, not taking a lot of risks.
That's true. And that's when your defenders need to play a bigger role, because they can see everything. Is it okay for us to keep on playing forward, or should we collect the ball and recycle the attack? So we can expect, or we hope to see Dennis and Carly dictating the tempo of the game.
Looking for James Younghusband. Ball will drop here for Maniot. Ramsey.
Yeah, Dennis could drop down and collect the ball instead of playing a direct ball.
Sato with a couple of misplaced passes already.
Just seeming a bit disjointed with the rest of his teammates.
Appreciate the effort there from James. But Dennis Villanueva has to be more assertive in asking for that ball.
Here come Tajikistan. On the turn, gets away from Maniot. Villanueva is there. Maniot runs into trouble, and the whistle is blown. Maniot racing away with the ball here. Touched it away before taking the contact.
Smart call from Neil.
Ascal's coach Thomas Dooley and assistant Chris Greatwich discussing on the touchline. I think Chris has been a very good addition to the staff.
Carly DeMurga looks to have hurt himself
Must be
from
a
that
Charlie
challenge.
horse.
He's holding on to his right thigh.
Seems like he was kneed on his right thigh.
Time on the side of the Philippines. As we take a look at that challenge. He got up from behind. Pulled up immediately. He's needed to get treatment here, which means the Philippines will be down to 10 men for this set piece.
Crucial moment here to be down to 10 men.
Five minutes remaining in regulation.
This is big for the Philippines. Carly DeMurga has been a rock there at the back. Other options there for Coach Thomas Dooley, Sean Kane. It's going to be difficult, especially when you replace one of your center backs there.
Sloppy from Ramsey. Presented the ball right back to Tajikistan, but they deny the cross well. Short to Younghusband. Philip gets it to Kevin Ingresso, is looking to feed Reichelt. Carly DeMurga limping back into the game.
Patrick would have checked back in, realizing that the defender followed him very well.
Cross is delivered into the hands of Etheridge.
Safe hands there from Neil Etheridge. Napakaswerte natin sa Pilipinas that we have a goalkeeper of this quality.
Totoo yan sa Delph. Gives a lot of confidence sa team, lalo na when they go on attack.
Well, him, Phil, and James Younghusband and Neil Etheridge, they were there when this all started. And they have, he has the chance now to really complete the job.
Tajikistan threatening on the left flank. Simone Rota preventing any danger, but he's taken on here.
Good cover from Ingreso.
Clearance of Rota only as far as the outside of the box. Chance! Well wide.
Nahihirapan talaga si Rota sa 1v1 situations.
Coach Thomas Dooley's, I think, is throwing Paul Mulders into the mix here, replacing Ian Ramsey. Some height for the Philippines. Paul Mulders hasn't played competitive football for a while now, but I saw him in training and he looked quite sharp, considering that he hasn't played for 3 months.
The most veteran of all the players in the Azkals lineup, Paul Mulders, 37 years of age. Plays for Global Cebu. Traces his roots to Ilagan through his mother. And a Dutch Filipino will check in now for Ian Ramsey, who's put in quite the shift on the left side for the Philippines.
It's a midfielder for a winger, so it would be interesting to see where Mulders will be
for the
positioned.
Philippines. Player number 7, Ian Ramsey, is replaced.
Looks like James
Player
Young Husband
number 22,
has moved over to the
Paul
wing,
Mulders.
leaving Phil Young Husband to lead the attack up front. And the whistle is blown. Tajikistan player draped all over the back of Phil Young Husband.
Must be Kevin on the left side, Paul and Manny Ott in the middle.
Azkals really, I think they showed a lot of character tonight. You know, that was such a deflating goal to give up at that point in the game.
Chance for Weishuk. Penalty!
But James Young Husband effect again.
Weishuk was set to receive the ball. He was tackled illegally. We will get a chance to see that more closely here. The delivery from Kevin Increso. And here's that header from James Young Husband.
Very good anticipation from Reichel that it would go over the defender.
Nazarov Akhtam, the man who put Tajikistan in front, has committed the penalty on his defensive box. And this could be the dagger. A goal here could virtually send us into the Asian Cup. Phil Young Husband could book our place into the United Arab Emirates next year, and he could do it with his 50th goal for his country. Phil Young Husband! Yeah! Philippines! What a time to get your 50th goal! Phil Young Husband just might have sent the Philippines to the Asian Cup. History at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium.
Goal for the Philippines by player number 10, Phil Young
One more look at it.
Nerves of steel from Phil Young Husband. He was composed all throughout.
I'm sorry, guys. No words. No words.
Sidel
He was
Timas
there also back in 2010, Sidel.
in tears here in the broadcast booth.
When no one was covering about football, huh?
It's been 8 years since the miracle in Hanoi. Still considered the highest point of Philippine football. Tonight, that might have been replaced.
Then this breakthrough is a much needed achievement
Additional time of 4 minutes.
to help boost Philippine football again.
4 minutes added on.
There was a punch. There was a punch.
Madness on the
I
field
hope our
now.
players keep their composure and don't retaliate.
Frustration.
I think there's no need for this if we're the Philippines.
Now watch there was a punch thrown. But
There was a punch thrown. I think Dennis Villanueva.
Player down is Carly Demurga for the Philippines. Dennis Villanueva reacted to the shot. And we'll see if the officials are able to unpack this correctly. And we'll have the benefit of the replay.
Really uncalled for, the punching incident.
Let's take a look at it here. Carly Demurga having a bit of a discussion. Player from behind.
Oh, he pushed him.
Hits him. Pushes his head. And that was Fathulo. You can
Really
see
uncalled for.
just the frustration getting the better of him. Ergashev goes down as well, but it's unlikely he took.
Dennis Villanueva didn't throw any punches.
And Carly Demurga needing to shake it off. And we'll see what action will be taken here on Fathulo. Straight red. He's off. A bad situation has turned worse here for Tajikistan.
And rightly so. That red card is deserved. And question here for Dennis Villanueva. Will he get punished here?
Maybe a yellow card for Dennis. Oh, the
Same.
Dennis Villanueva given a red. Bitter pill to swallow for Dennis Villanueva, who will not be able to finish this game, and he's been pretty remarkable here tonight, shepherding the back line alongside Carly Demurga. Dennis Villanueva deserved to finish this game. He's escorted into the back. Both teams down to 10 men. Free kick on its way for Tajikistan. We've gone past the 4 minutes allotted for added time. Final whistle must be coming. Look at the watch for Jared Gillette. Perhaps one more
the
play.
last play.
Long throw for Tajikistan. They opt to go short. Into the corner. That's cleared away by Paul Mulders. And there is the final whistle. The Philippines has qualified for the 2019 Asian Cup.
This is for everyone who's been involved in Philippine football for the past century. For people who've done their job, done their hard work behind the scenes with getting little recognition. And of course, for this team,
Philippines.
we're going to the Asian Cup, guys.
We've come a long way. We've definitely come a long way.
Well, thank you all for coming.
What a
today.
time to be alive
The official
for
AFC
Filipino
website.
football fans.
AFC.com.
8 years
For
ago,
more details
it
on
was the most
AFC
unlikely feat that took us into the semifinals of the
and
Suzuki
other
Cup.
AFC competitions.
8
See
years
you
later, we are
2029.
moving on from Southeast Asia into the biggest stage Asia has to offer. What an achievement.
Great achievement. Coach Anto, you were there during the dark years. I'm sure you'll be happy with this one.
Of course, definitely, especially for those guys who have been there since day one. Phil, James, They've really done so much for the sport. But these new guys, these young guys, they've also given their all. They've loved their country, even if they didn't really grow up here. But you know, the effort that they put in, the fight that they put in with every single match, they deserve it. They deserve to be in the Asian Cup.
Coach Thomas Julie, a lot of credit has to go to him, but what about the manager, the man behind everything, Dan Palami? Of course, the guys from PFF, our football leaders. So Nonong Araneta is watching at home, our PFF president, Tony Ed Gastanis, our general secretary. But so Nonong, he feels his bad luck. So he didn't watch at Rizal Memorial Stadium. He's gone home and watched it at home, and I'm very sure he is thrilled right now. You know, guys, all of those who have been following the Ascals, I think, you know, you can stand up and be proud.